ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता शिविशाखान्वितंश्च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सुरतो बंगोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहनं तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवतस्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीयक्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तु मे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, 25th verse onwards. उच्छिष्टलेपाननुमोदितो द्विजे सकृदस्म भुञ्जे तदभास्तस्किल्बिषय एवं प्रवृत्तस्य विशुद्धचेतसः तद्धर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते। उच्छिष्टलेपाननुमोदितो द्विजये सकृत्स्म भुञ्जे तदभासदा किल्बिषा एवं प्रवृत्तस्य विशुद्धचेतसः तद्धर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते। हरे कृष्णा उमा।
हरे कृष्णा। उच्छिष्टलेपाननुमोदितो द्विजै सकृत्स्म भुञ्जे तदभासता किल्बिषा एवं प्रवृत्तस्य विशुद्धचेतसस्तद्धर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते।
सिनी माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
उच्छिष्टलेपान् अनुमोदितो द्विजा सकृदस्मा भुञ्जे तद् अपास्त किल्बिषा एवं प्रविष्टस्य विशुद्धचेतसस्तद्धर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते।
हरि बोल। वंदना माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा। सॉरी प्रभु। ओके। उच्छिष्टलेपाननुमोदितो द्विजे सकृत्स्म भुञ्जे तदपास्त किल्बिषा एवं प्रवृत्तस्य विशुद्धचेतस इष्टधर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते।
जीवेश्वरी माता जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण।
उत्तिष्ठलेबानु अनुमोदितो धिक्चे कृल्स्माबूझे तबोस्तिदकिल्बिषम् एवं प्रवर्तस्य विशुद्धचेतसा सकर्म एवात्मरुचि प्रजायते.
Very bold. Vivek Prabhu, translation, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Once only by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me.
Very good. Once only, by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. Okay. So, Narada Maharshi is telling whom Vyasadeva about his past birth and activities, how he became Narada in this life. It is because of the blessing that he received from the Bhaktivedanta devotees during the Chadurmasya period. He, along with his mother, did very, very menial services to the Bhaktivedanta devotees. So he says once, only once, by their permission, okay, asking them, taking their permission, I took the remnants of their food. Okay, Uchishta, remnants. Okay, so this food is the remnants of the Bhaktivedanta devotees is not ordinary. We should not think that it is contaminated. Actually, this is Maha Prasadam. They are not ordinary people like us. They are pure devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the prasadam is that which is offered to the Supreme Lord. Okay. And that becomes prasadam. That is mercy of the Supreme Lord. Because he sanctifies and purifies and give his mercy in the form of prasadam. The bhoga offered to the Supreme Lord becomes prasadam or their mercy or his mercy. And that is honored by the devotees of the Lord. So that becomes Mahaprasadam. Not prasadam, it is not the remnants of the Supreme Lord. It is honored by the devotees of the Lord. It becomes Mahaprasadam. Okay. So it's not ordinary food. It's not contaminated food. Usually in the material world, when somebody touches, eats that, it becomes juta. Right? We don't eat that. We don't eat from the same plate. We don't share the same utensils or other things, which is, from which other people have consumed food. That is contaminated. But here, we are not talking about the contaminated food eaten by other ordinary people. This is honored by Bhaktivedanta devotees, the pure devotees of Supreme Lord. Prasadam, Mahaprasadam. Mercy of the Lord, mercy of the Lord's devotees also. So it is already said in the scriptures. Earlier also we have said there are 3 items which are very potent for our purification. Anyone remembers that? The 3 items which are very potent for the purification of people like us. What are those?
Tulasi.
No.
Ganga just
Yeah, that also
Prabhuji,
purifies. But what
Japa
I am
Prabhuji,
hinting at is different. It is
Prasadam,
Japa Prabhuji, Japa.
Satsang.
No.
Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha, 3 Mahabal. Okay. Bhakta Pada Dhuli. The dust from the lotus feet of devotees. That is why when we go to Vraj, we take the Vrajaras. Vrajaraj, we take, no? Why? Not only Krishna played there in Vrindavan, all his friends, devotee friends, played there. So the dust from the lotus feet of all the pure devotees is actually purifying us if you consume that little. Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Pada Jal. The water that is washed, the lotus feet of devotees is also like nectar. It protects us. It purifies us. Okay? And Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha. Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha. So whatever prasadam is honored by the devotees, the remnants of that is also purifying us. So this is Tina Mahabal, are very, very potent. But in the ordinary people in the mundane world thinks that these are all contaminated. How can you eat the remnants that is left out by other people? How can you touch even the dust from the feet of other people? How can you honor even the water that is touched the feet of other people? Isn't it? If you have faith, then only we should have it. If you don't have faith, better don't. And generally the devotees will not allow. Why? You know why? The devotees, the pure devotees of the Lord will not allow them to partake these three by the ordinary people. Why? What is the reason?
Karma will transfer to.
Yeah, karma. Whoever honors that, okay, their karma will go to the person. That's why they will not. That's why he had said once only by their permission. Because they knew that this boy has unflinching faith and conviction in this. Otherwise, they will not allow. If you don't have faith in that, they will not. And not only that, why should unnecessarily they should, take others' karma by giving the Pada Dhuli, Pada Jal and Prasad. So Guru, the Shishya, the disciples of the Guru have the right to take that, but not others. Others should take permission if at all they want. Usually some Guru, some spiritual masters, they will not leave anything, in the plate. They will not leave anything in the plate. They will finish because they don't want to give it to others, their remnant. But it is the right of the disciples to get the prasadam, Mahaprasadam, from the plate of their spiritual master. Spiritual master allows that. But outsiders, if they don't have, if they don't have faith, then it's better not to give it because they will ignore it. They will insult sometimes. There is a story of Rajapur Jagannath. Rajapur in Mayapur. There is Jagannath Baldev Subramai temple. It is managed by ISKCON. It was owned by somebody else. Later, it was given to ISKCON. And since so many years, it is under ISKCON. So that Rajapur deity, Jagannath, there are so many leelas. So once, one Muslim rickshaw driver took a devotee to Rajapur temple. Okay. Then he finished his all puja and other things, kirtan, everything. He got prasadam also. So he honored the prasadam of Jagannath and he gave to the rickshaw driver. Then the rickshaw driver, he took it and threw it. He did not honor it. He disrespected the prasadam. He just threw it because he was a Muslim. He did not have faith. So he went that and the pujari saw that. The pujari was very, very hurt, very displeased with his behavior. And the devotees also was very displeased with this behavior. What to do? We can't do anything. So next day, this person came running to the pujari, please give me prasadam, please give me prasadam. Then he got annoyed, the pujari. Yesterday you only came and disrespected the prasadam of Jagannath. Now you're asking for prasadam. Why? Then he told the whole story. In the night, one black person came and he was beating me right, left, and center. Okay. And the white person was sitting on my chest and beating me left. And there was one lady with a yellow dress. She was telling, beat him, beat him, beat him, kill him, kill him. Then the black person was telling, no, 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 don't kill him, spare him. So in the dream, it was a horror dream. The three personalities came. You disrespected my brother's prasadam, and he was beating. And Yashodama was telling, yeah, kill him, don't spare him. But fortunately, the black person, that is Jagannath, was telling him, no, no, spare him, leave it, no problem. So he got so scared that he disrespected the prasad. Next day, he came to the pujari and was begging for the prasad. Okay, so we should not insult. Even if you don't accept it, no problem. We should not insult. So that's what this lila. There are so many lilas of Jagannath in Rajapur. So here, what he said, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. See the benefit? Simply by accepting, honoring the prasadam, the remnants of food that is left out by the Bhaktivedanta devotees, immediately all his accrued sins were eradicated. Thus being engaged, I became purified in heart. And he became purified in his heart. And at that time, the very nature of transcendentalist became attractive to me. So he also got attracted to the Bhaktivedanta devotees. So this is just for our purification we should honor. But we should have unflinching faith in this. Otherwise, there is no use. These are not ordinary food remnants. These are all prasadam. Prasadam means mercy. So pure devotion is as much infectious in a good sense as infectious diseases. Okay. So the devotion, the bhakti is also infectious. If there are devotees with whom we associate, their bhakti will get infected to us also. Just like when we associate with infected people, their diseases also will be infected to us. So bhakti is also like that. A pure devotee is cleared from all kinds of sins. The personality of Godhead is the purest entity, and unless one is equally pure from the infection of material qualities, one cannot become a pure devotee. So if we want to become the pure devotee of the Lord, we have to be free from the infection of the material qualities. Only then we can become pure devotee of the Lord. The Bhakti Vedantas, as above mentioned, were pure devotees. And the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by the association and by eating once the remnants of the foodstuff taken by them. So that's why in our movement, Prabhupada has stressed so much of importance for prasadam distribution. So much of importance. In Jagannath Puri, okay, in this yuga, the Nama Sankirtanam, okay, Nama Japa is the process for purification. But in different dhams, apart from the Nama, there are other processes also very important. Jagannath Puri, of course, we have to chant the names, but apart from that, there is one more item that we have to do for purification. What is that? What is that?
Prasadam Prabhuji.
Yes, prasadam. Yes, we have to honor the prasadam. Prasadam is in abundance in Jagannath Puri. Wherever you go, you'll get prasadam. So you have to honor prasadam. So chanting plus prasadam is a special item there in Jagannath Puri for our purification. In Mayapur, what is that speciality? Mayapur, whose dham? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dham. Gauranga's dham. What is the speciality? Nama Sankirtanam, yes, that is the both same. Chanting the holy name of the Lord. It is Audarya Dham. And in Audarya Dham, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will not take any offense. Even if you commit sins there, he will forgive us. But in Vrindavan, it is not the case. We should be very careful. We should not do any sinful activities. So that's why Prabhupada told his disciples, beware in Vrindavan. If you do any sinful activities, even little sinful activities, that you will take birth as monkeys in your next life in Vrindavan. Prabhupada told his disciples, because they all came from Europe and America. They had the previous impressions of sinful tendencies. So he was warning that don't repeat your previous habits here in Vrindavan. If you do that, you will take birth as monkeys in Vrindavan. He wants. And in Vrindavan, apart from chanting the holy name, in the age of Kali, what we should do? Extra for purification? Any idea? As soon as you get down from train or bus or car, when you reach Vrindavan, what do?
Touch the dasa.
Yeah, take the
Root
dust and put it or honor it.
touch.
Okay, Brajraj. Brajraj, that is important. So there are certain places you have to roll in the Brajraj. Okay, so these are the three extra potent items in these three dhams, apart from the Namachapa. So we get infected, or rather we will be imbibed. We can be imbibed the qualities of pure devotees when we honor either their Padaduli, Padajal, or Bhakta Bhukta Avishesh. So the Bhakti Vedanta says above mentioned were pure devotees, and the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnants of the foodstuff taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permission of the pure devotees. It may be taken, but it's not in front of them, because sometimes they don't allow. So even without permission of the pure devotees, that is Prabhupada says. There are sometimes pseudo devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. What is pseudo devotees means? Pretending devotees. They are not devotees, pure devotees. They pretend to be pure devotees. We should be careful, because such devotees will demand money and other things. You give me money, I'll give you mantra, and chant this mantra for 30 days, and you will get all your desires fulfilled. Is this the purpose? This is not the purpose. The purpose of human life is self-realization, not to get material benefits. So such pseudo devotees you should be careful, and one should be very much cautious about them. There are many things which hinder one from entering devotional service. But by the association of pure devotees, all these obstacles are removed. So when we associate with the pure devotees, we slowly and gradually, imbibe their qualities, their good qualities. The neophyte devotee becomes practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of God's name, fame, qualities, pastime, etc. So when we associate with such devotees, pure devotees, we will also get the taste in chanting their holy name, in discussing their leelas, and visiting dhams, reading scriptures. All their qualities will imbibe. Invection of the qualities of the pure devotee means to imbibe the taste of pure devotion always in the transcendental activities of the personality of Godhead. This transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful. So once we get this transcendental taste, higher taste, all the mundane interests, activities will take a backseat. We lose our taste in such activities. For example, when we start getting taste in listening to the devotional songs, prayers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we will lose our taste in mundane film songs and other songs. Initially, now we are all attracted to the film songs, movie songs, right? Different songs are there. It is attracting. We are attracted to listen that. But once we get the taste of bhajan, kirtan, composed and sung by pure devotees, we'll lose the taste of hearing mundane songs. Similarly, when we get the taste of prasadam by the blessings of devotees like Bhaktivedanta devotees, we will not any longer like the food that is sold in the hotel. We go to hotel for what? To eat prasadam or to satisfy our tongues? Why do we go to hotel? Why do we go to hotel? When there is enough prasadam at home or in devotees' houses, when we can get prasadam, why do we in the first place go to hotel? To satisfy our tongue, isn't it? Sense gratification. So by satisfying our tongue, what will happen? Agitation starts. The agitation of the mind starts because it is cooked by non-devotees. Okay, it is sourced by non-devotees and they are not happily feeding us. It is sold for money. Because of that, our mind gets agitated and our thoughts gets agitated and our deeds also will be according to our thoughts and other consciousness. So we have to be very careful. So the association of the devotees will purify us from all aspects. Therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted by material activities. After the elimination of all sins or obstacles on the path of devotional service, one can become attracted, one can have steadiness, one can have perfect taste, one can have transcendental emotions, and at last one can be situated on the plane of loving service of the Lord. All these stages developed by the association of pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza. So the crux is association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kahe, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Association of devotees. Even from the 64 items of devotional service, okay, Rupa Goswami has given 5 potent devotional activities. In that, the first item is Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha is the first. If we have Sadhu Sangha, all other items will follow. So the main thing is Sadhu Sangha. So here, Narada Maharshi got the opportunity to associate with pure devotees, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he got purified by their association. So that's what he is explaining this to Vyasadeva, how he got purified even at the age of 5. Usually, at the age of 5, children are very much, eager to play in sports, other things. But here, he was not at all interested in sports and such activities. He was attracted to these devotees, and by their blessings, he got purified. And next life, he became the Manasaputra of Brahma, a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like that. So this is his story is telling to Vyasadeva. Any questions on this?
Harisha Prabhu, there one more in any remittance, no, not sharing the Ekadashi days also.
And get you, Mansi, what is that?
ഏകാദശി ദിവസമില്ലേ നമ്മൾ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല പറയും.
Okay. Ekadashi, so one should not, that is among devotees, not from the spiritual master. We should not share food, that, when we are there, the ordinary people, they should not take the remnants from others. But from our spiritual master, we can have it, no problem. Suppose I eat and keep balance. It should not be taken by somebody else, especially on Ekadashi. That is, there is a saying. But from the spiritual masters plate, the remnants should be honored. Okay, Maji? Yep. Anything else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you were telling 5 potent devotional activities. First, you told this Sadhu Sangha. Other?
Okay, that 5 potent items of devotional activities as given by Rupa Goswami. Sadhu Sangha,
Mhm.
Nama Kirtan, Bhagavata Shravan, Murti, Sri Vigraha Murti Sevaya. Then what is the last
Visiting
item?
Dham. Visiting Dham.
Dhamas. Dhamvas. Visiting Dham. Okay, these are the 5 potent
Dhambas.
items. Dhamvas, yeah?
Dhambas.
Dhamvas.
Hmm.
Okay, so these are the 5 potent items. What else? Vivek Prabhu and Uma, anything?
One thing more, Prabhu, I want to ask.
Yeah.
Like when that Muslim devotee insulted our prasadam. Like us also, if we are Hindu and we are insulting anything related to Muslim religion, that is also aparad for us also.
Yeah, we should not disrespect anybody for that matter. We should not, if that it's an authentic this thing religion, if they are following certain procedures, we should not disturb them. We should not do anything that is disrespectful to any living entity, even for an ant. We should not disrespect. What to speak of human being? Okay. Let us follow strictly our this thing. We are born, and we have firm faith, conviction in our process. Let us follow that. Why to unnecessarily criticize others? Let them follow this.
Actually, sometimes, Prabhu, it happened na, in front of my house, na, there is a masjid. So, 5 time, obviously, namaz is going. Sometimes we get irritated. Okay, that the speaker is
No.
started or something like that.
Let them do it. Let them do it. We should not,
No,
unnecessarily.
we are not saying anything, but sometimes we get irritated that loud sound is coming. Like,
What to do?
so that's what I must.
We have to tolerate. We have to tolerate. So many things they are tolerating because whatever we are doing, they may not be happy the way we are doing it because of differences, whatever it is. But we should tolerate and we should, confine to our procedures and processes. We should not cause any trouble to others. If that is their way, they want to, let them do it.
Prabhuji, in many Islamic countries, they doesn't use mic.
Yes.
Actually, it is not really required. But anyway, because of special reason, they put the mic.
As far as possible, we should cooperate. Let us respect each other. That is what. And we should not give any hindrances to their path, and we don't want them also to give us hindrances. This is a
Prabhuji,
good way of cooperation.
I have gone to Uzbekistan. I was there for some time. Never heard any mic.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I was in Uzbekistan for a couple of months, around 6-7 months.
Yeah.
I have never heard any sound of mic. I gone to Kazakhstan, I did not find any mic they're using. So it is not really mandatory. It is like
it's not mandatory. Yeah.
Some countries want to now. Even in Saudi also they have used the volume of the mic. Even the king also has told. But I mean, and that time there was no mic, so it is not really mandatory. I mean, to put so many mics and
Now that's as the time progresses with the technological advancement, they introduce new things.
Yeah.
And some people are, very, very narrow-minded, so they will create problem. What can we do? But
another thing related to this one, this chapter, this particular text, this Shraddha, like after the death of the person, then relatives comes and eat the rice, right? I mean the food and all these things after the death of a person, like Shraddha.
Shraddha.
Yeah. So on that one, Bhuji, I think that some people say that if you go to the Shraddha and take the food, that means you have to, actually you are taking his karma also, like, the same thing what we are talking
No,
about.
it is said that those who already gone to Kashi and other dhams, usually they avoid such place, food. It is, the 12th day, the 16th day, the 30th day, depending upon which varna you are. And so there are certain ceremonies that
So,
they provide food. So
yes.
generally people avoid that, yeah.
And it is better to, I mean, some people say that it is better to avoid also, like, because you are taking his karma. When you are taking his food, then you are also.
Right, Prabhu, yeah. There is some traditions like that, yeah.
And Prabhuji, I mean, like, in this, I mean, sloka, the starting,
Mm.
Narada Maharshi is saying that whatever sins he was having. I mean, a great personality like Narada Maharshi also having seen. I mean, Prabhuji, that is what I'm thinking. I mean, like, I mean, how come he can also sin? Like, that is the thing.
Yeah, right.
He is so high personality. His next life, he became the son of Brahma.
Yeah.
And then he was also having some sin. So I was thinking, like, what kind of anything, like, on this, any kind of sin he has done, like what he was taking was sin.
Yes, because this is the story of his previous life when he was the son of a maid servant. So that time he was, not a pure devotee, but because of the blessings of the pure devotees, he got their qualities and he could do pure devotions activities. He became pure at his heart. And by the blessings of the pure devotees, in the next life, he became a pure devotee who was born as the Manasaputra of Brahmaji. Okay. Anything else? Okay, we'll go to text 26. तत्रान्वहं कृष्णकथा प्रगायताम् अनुग्रहेण शृण्वां मनोहराम् तश्रद्धया मे अनुपदं विशृण्वताम् प्रियश्रवस्यङ्ग ममा भवद्रुचि तत्रान्वहं कृष्णकथा प्रगायताम् अनुग्रहेण शृण्वां मनोहराम् तश्रद्धया मेऽनुपदं विशृण्वताम् प्रियश्रवस्यङ्ग ममा भवाद्रुचि. Okay, Jiveshri Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
तत्रानहं कृष्णकदा प्रकायदा मनुगृहणाश्रणवं मनोहरा ता श्रद्धया मेनुपदं विशृणुत्ता प्रिया श्रवस्यङ्कममापदृचि.
Very good. Okay, Vivek Prabhu, can you or you read the translation? Okay, Mandana Mataji.
Better for me, translation, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mandana Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी हिंदी प्रभु जी सॉरी तत्रान्वहं कृष्ण कथा प्रगायता मनुग्रहेणाश्रणवं मनोहरा ता श्रद्धया मे अनुपदं विसृण्वतां प्रियश्रवयशङ्गममापदृचि.
Very good. Sini Mataji.
तत्रान्वहं कृष्णकथा प्रगायताम् अनुग्रहेण शृणवं मनोहरा ता श्रद्धया मे अनुपदं विष्णवता प्रियश्रवस्य ममा भवद्रुचि.
Okay, Uma.
न कथा प्रगायताम्
Anugraha.
ता श्रद्धयामेऽनुपदं विहङ्गममाभवद्रुचि.
Okay, very good. And translation, Vivek Prabhu,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Vyasadeva, in that association and by the mercy of these great Vedantists, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna, and thus listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step.
Very good. So how you got
Very good.
how you got the taste in listening to the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead is explaining that here. Oh Vyasadeva, in that association and by the mercy of those great Vedantis, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna, and thus listening attentively, my taste for hearing the personality of God had increased at every step. Even Parikshit Maharaj was so attentive when Sukadeva Goswami was explaining the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead and his pure devotees. He had only 7 days at his disposal, and he knew that he is going to leave his body. He could have spent this in his luxurious living, okay, with his families and friends and citizens in all available comfort. But he opted for what? He opted to listen to the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That alone can purify our heart. He knew that. So he left everything, all his luxuries, his family, his people, everything he left. And he decided to listen to Sukadeva Goswami, Srimad Bhagavatam. So here, Narada Maharshi also got very much involved and got interest in hearing the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead from the Bhakti Vedanta devotees. And that increased at every step. The taste of hearing increased at every step. That's what. Similarly, we should also have a shift from hearing mundane stories to spiritual stories. So in the olden days, the grandma or grandpa, they usually tell stories to the grandchildren. Okay, they tell stories from Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Bhagavatam, like that. So if we get an opportunity like that, automatically, even when we grow up, we'll have that taste. We'll have that taste, in listening such stories. Because by listening such stories, we imbibe the qualities of that characters in that stories. That is what the main principle of telling stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all. Because there are characters, spotless characters in this historical, what you call scriptures. And we get very good qualities by listening, and we get purified also. So here, Narada Maharshi is telling, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Krishna. Because Lord Krishna's activities are so attractive. Everything that we are seeing in the present day films and dramas and everything is all copied from our historical scriptures, Itihasas, Puranas. Is there anything apart from that? They add some masala and present it in a nice way. That's it. Everything. The storyline is from our Puranas and histories and Itihasas like that. So, if you really listen to the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead, so no other, the present day stories cannot match at all. Actually. And thus listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step. Nowadays, the present films and other things are only for entertainment. So they don't present as it is. They will mix so many of their mundane thoughts into it. So that's the only problem. If they can present it as it is, given in the scriptures, it is really nice for the present day people also. But unfortunately, it is commercialized. They want to make money out of it. That is what is doing. Okay. So Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is attractive not only in his personal features, but also in his transcendental activities. Why? Because he is Bhagavan, one who possesses all the bhaga or opulences. So he has all the strength, all the knowledge, all the fame, and what else? All beauty, all renunciation. He is the proprietor and owner of all these 6 opulences in full. So he is attractive to everyone. It is so because the absolute is absolute by his name, fame, form, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, etc. The Lord descends to this material world out of his causeless mercy and displays his various transcendental pastimes as a human being, so that human beings attracted towards him become able to go back to Godhead. So he comes in the human form so that we can relate. If we say that I am Supreme Personality of Godhead, we won't be able to relate. So just like an ordinary man, he comes and performs superhuman activities and impart knowledge that is required for us to become pure. That's why in Vrindavan, the Gopas were also telling, sometimes Krishna says, who am I? I'm Supreme Lord. Then the Gopas, what Supreme Lord? When you get scared, you go and catch the sadi of Yashodamaya, getting scared when demon comes and you are running away. Then, no, I have killed so many demons. And said, you killed so many demons not because of your ability, because your father, Nanda Maharaj, used to pray to Lord Narayana to protect you. So Lord Narayana comes, enters your body and kills all the demons. It's not that you are killing. Because of the prayers of your parents, Lord Narayana enters your body, and through your body, Lord Narayana kills all the demons. You are like us only. There is no difference. So that is their mood. So he comes as human so that we can relate. So men are naturally apt to hear histories and narrations of various personalities performing mundane activities without knowing that by such association one simply wastes valuable time and also becomes addicted. Sorry, where did I read?
Valuable time and also
becomes
become
addicted to 3 qualities of mundane nature.
आपका
Amoli,
One second. Okay. Just lost. Yeah. Valuable time and also becomes addicted to the 3 qualities of mundane nature, because we are so much attracted because of our the guna with which we are influenced. Tamo guna, Rajo guna. We are most of us are influenced by the 2 modes, Tamoguna and Rajoguna. Those who are in the mode of Satoguna, they are not addicted to these mundane topics. But those who are in the mode of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, they are attracted to the mundane topics, mundane stories, mundane novels, films, and so on and so forth. So actually, we are wasting the time. Okay. Instead of wasting time, one can get spiritual success by turning his attention to transcendental pastime. So what we have to do, slowly and gradually, we have to rise from the lower modes to the higher mode. That is, we have to situate ourselves in the mode of goodness. Only then we will have the taste in listening to the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of God and his devotees. Otherwise, we'll be addicted to listen to the mundane stories, the mundane activities of mundane personalities, film personalities, sports personalities, and what you call political personalities will be interested in that. So we have to rise from tamoguna to rajoguna to satoguna. Only in satoguna we'll get the interest or taste in listening to the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So by hearing the narration of the pastimes of the Lord, one contracts directly the personality of Godhead. And as explained before, by hearing about the personality of Godhead from within, all accumulated sins of the mundane creature are cleared. Thus, being cleared of all sins, the hearer gradually becomes liberated from mundane association and becomes attracted to the features of the Lord. So, slowly and gradually, by developing taste in listening to the pastimes and glorious features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pure devotees, we will lose taste in the association of mundane personalities. And what will be the result? The purification process starts. Because our heart is now contaminated because we are attached to such activities because of the modes with which we are influenced, tamoguna or rajaguna. So by constantly listening to the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead, associating with pure devotees, we will transcend these modes, lower modes, to the highest mode, that is Satuguna. Okay, from Satuguna to the pure mode of goodness, Shuddha Sattvic stage. So Narada Muni has just explained this by his personal experience. The whole idea is that simply by hearing about the Lord's pastimes, one can become one of the associates of the Lord. So if we want to become one of the associates of the Lord, we have to get liberated from this material existence. Only after liberation, that pure devotion service starts. Only after liberation. So once we start the pure devotion service, and when we become totally purified, when we are totally spiritually matured, we will get a chance to become an eternal associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is what is mentioned here. Narada Muni has eternal life, unlimited knowledge, and unfathomed bliss. And he can travel all over the material and spiritual worlds without restriction. So that is the prerogative of the pure devotee of the Lord. No passport, no visa required. He can travel anywhere, including the spiritual world. One can attain to the highest perfection of life simply by attentive hearing of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord from the right sources, as Sri Narada heard them from the pure devotees, Bhakti Vedantas, in his previous life. This process of hearing in the association of the devotees is especially recommended in this age of quarrel. So this process is recommended especially in this age of Kali because we are at a time when quarrel and hypocrisy is in its epitome, pinnacle. So we must have sadhu sangha. Only when we have sadhu sangha, slowly by their association, we'll imbibe their qualities. And only when we imbibe their qualities, the purification starts, and there are chances that we become pure devotees slowly and gradually. So this is the story of Narada Maharshi in his previous lives. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here, text 27. Next week, ये वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, ताय गो प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि गो।